On the seafront at Blyth, you might have seen some concrete buildings where you could have even taken shelter during a shower while out walking. The greys are World War I, the pinks World War II, and the white was built between the wars. You'll be surprised to know there's been a gun emplacement here since Napoleonic times. What you see now started in 1916, and during the First and Second World Wars housed two 6-inch naval guns. Further along towards Blyth are two buildings that house the 90cm searchlights. The grey World War I observation post has a revolving turret and is believed to be the only one of its kind left in the world. The World War II building is in quite good condition, and you don't need a lot of imagination to picture it in wartime. There were beds for 10 men in these small blockhouses, and the smell of aftershave was perhaps not the strongest odour present. The magazine once held up to 1,370 6-inch shells. Now, however, it is a museum well worth looking at, as it contains a lot of information and artefacts found nearby, by metal detectors and other items donated by the public. The project is starting soon to fit out one of the rooms to look like the 1940s living room. Any items of that age will be gratefully received. From the air, the battery stood out like a sore thumb. However, it was disguised as a fishing village and came to no harm. Later it was discovered that the Germans knew all about it since World War I anyhow. The battery was built primarily to protect the submarine base known as HMS Titania in World War I and HMS Elphin in World War II, which incidentally suffered more losses than any other submarine base. Stories include that of Petty Officer Tug Wilson of HMS Seahorse, after winning a bottle of Johnny Walker on Christmas Eve at the Astley Arms, asked the landlady to keep it for him until he returned from patrol. Unfortunately, Seahorse perished, believed destroyed by a mine. The whiskey was donated to the Submarine Museum at Gosport some 32 years later. One of the most famous stories was that of HMS Seraph. After refitting at Blyth, went on Operation Mincemeat, which was later made into the film The Man Who Never Was. All that's left now is a building that once contained submarine detecting equipment. Now, thanks to volunteers, you can visit the battery and see what life was like. There are events and reenactment displays on during the year, which is popular with old and young alike.
The all-out air attack of September 1940.
The battery even has its own bookshop, where you can pick up a bargain.